Summary: How to Become a Straight A Student by Cal Newport. Cal Newport's How to Become a Straight A Student offers students a compelling roadmap for achieving academic success without resorting to all-nighters or stress-inducing cramming. His strategies focus on disciplined time management, high-efficiency study methods, and practical tools for sustained motivation and balance. Newport's methods appeal to students who want to maximize learning while minimizing wasted effort, offering a scientific and psychological basis for each practice. Here, we'll unpack these strategies with deeper insights and practical analysis to show how they can be applied across different study environments. 1. Master time. Management, fixed schedule productivity. At the core of Newport's time management approach is fixed schedule productivity, where students decide in advance how many hours they'll allocate to schoolwork each week and then structure their day around these limits. By avoiding last-minute cram sessions, students become more efficient and reduce stress. Incorporating this method goes beyond just blocking out hours. Newport encourages setting specific goals for each study period and ensuring they align with a longer-term plan. For example, students could prioritize understanding core concepts at the beginning of the semester with a shift to detailed review and practice as exams approach. He advocates for batch processing tasks such as emails, errands, or administrative work, arguing that handling them simultaneously minimizes distractions. 2. Boost learning with effective study techniques. Newport argues that students should focus on methods that yield the highest learning per unit of time. This includes techniques like active recall and spaced repetition, which have been shown to improve memory retention significantly compared to passive review. Active recall involves challenging oneself to retrieve information actively, reinforcing memory pathways more effectively than simply reading over notes. Spaced repetition, where information is reviewed at gradually increasing intervals, aligns with cognitive science principles for long-term retention. One standout technique Newport introduces is the question evidence conclusion model. It encourages students to frame their reading and note-taking around critical questions, gather evidence supporting those answers, and summarize conclusions. This promotes a deeper understanding and mirrors exam formats, which often test critical thinking and analysis rather than rote memorization. 3. Note-taking. Less is more. Newport's streamlined note-taking advice centers on capturing core ideas and avoiding overwhelming details. He highlights methods that encourage organization and clarity without creating overly detailed notes, which can be cumbersome to review and lead to cognitive overload. The goal is to create study-ready notes that allow for quick and efficient recall during exams. Newport's method, often called lean note-taking, helps students focus on essentials, leaving out non-essential details that can obscure main ideas. The QEC framework also applies here, with students using questions to guide their note-taking and adding only the most relevant evidence and conclusions. 4th, streamline essay. Writing and exam prep. Regarding essay writing and exam preparation, Newport emphasizes preparation over procrastination. His systematic approach encourages students to break down the writing process into smaller tasks: brainstorming, outlining, drafting, and revising. This ensures that each stage is given adequate focus and minimizes the risk of last-minute stress. For exams, Newport recommends avoiding passive reviewing, such as simply rereading notes, based on evidence that active engagement leads to better retention. Self-testing, teaching the material aloud, or using study groups to quiz each other are all part of his strategy to prepare in a way that builds understanding, not just recognition. 5. Balance for sustainability. Focus on health and well-being. Newport's final cornerstone, balance, addresses the need for students to maintain mental and physical health amidst academic pressures. Newport warns that overextending oneself academically can lead to burnout and declining productivity, emphasizing the importance of balance through exercise, social interactions, and hobbies. He advocates integrating these activities into the schedule rather than leaving them as afterthoughts. This planned approach to relaxation mirrors his fixed schedule productivity model, encouraging students to establish routines for both work and play. Newport's perspective is rooted in research indicating that sustained productivity hinges on taking regular breaks and fulfilling activities outside of academia. Remember forever, get free quizzes and take home activities by visiting apolloskills.com.